adventure in whatever comes our way. Born to be wild. Born to be wild.
Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. We're here in our advice sections, and again, if you got some letters, let us know, and we're gonna give our advice. So if your letter is not yet been read, so bear with us. Where is this? So here is it. Hi Terence and Beth, I always learn something on your videos. It always brings me good energy despite what the world brings to my life. I am married to a foreigner who is 88 years old, who is now suffering Alzheimer's. That's why when you met the man with Alzheimer's, I can relate the difficulties the families undergo. My problem now is there are times she forgets my name, and what she remembers is her ex-wife, and sometimes she called me the name of her ex-wife. I love my husband. It's not easy path that I am walking right now, because his son now bring the ex-wife to live with us. So it could help him, and according to his son, it will help him also. But it's so painful in my part because she can't remember me, and at the same time, the ex-wife, mother, and the son treat me like a helper. What should I do? Please advise me, Nining.
Beth, haven't we done this one
It
before?
It was been made, but it was not
Wasn't
been
recorded?
It recorded, but there's no sounds.
I see. Well, you don't say whether the house is yours or not, and that would be rather an important thing. If you're living with the relatives of your husband, that would be a rather difficult thing for you to assert your place. But your place is as the wife of your husband, and irrespective of whether he remembers you or not, you really have to wonder about whether it's right for his ex to be in there living with him. There may be another way to look at this, and that is, what is good for your husband? The thing is that your husband is not able to make a rational decision on the correctness of the situation. So he's not going to be able to help. Now, for you to decide what is right, you're going to almost have to take yourself out of the picture. What you have is a man who has lost his memory. He has no memory of you at times, but he does remember this other woman.
Why is it like that, Han? That the present?
Well, that's Alzheimer's. We're not going to go into, we're not going to go into the mechanics of Alzheimer's. I'm sure that they hardly know that in their clever medical circles. What I'm trying to get over to you is that you really need to take the high road in this situation. There was a famous movie with a couple of famous actresses, who the woman decided that she could feel the onset of Alzheimer's because she had these moments where she couldn't remember anything, and she couldn't remember her husband. Then of course she would come back and she'd remember. She made a decision that was based in the moments when she was rational, to go into a home, and she went into the home before she succumbed completely to the Alzheimer's. Her husband respected her decision and used to go and see her. Now, what happened in this true story was that the woman completely forgot who the husband was. So he used to go there and visit as a spectator, as just a fly on the wall, if you like that expression. Now, it became very, very difficult because the woman formed an attachment with another man who needed a lot of help, and she was logical and lucid enough, even though she had lost the memory part, she was able to care for this man, and she cared for him and actually was very attentive. Now, as she didn't recognize the husband anymore, she had no empathy for how he would feel, because he didn't actually mean anything to her anymore. And the husband had a very difficult time of seeing that his wife no longer knew him, but actually had formed an attachment to this other person. So she was unknowingly being unfaithful, if you like. But he had to take the high road and understand that this was something that the illness had brought on, not any lack of ethics.
Yeah.
You're going to have to maybe think about that, and think about whether you are going to adopt the most understanding. You will have to be above everybody. You'll have to be above everybody in the level of your understanding, and think less of yourself.
Yeah, and for me, it's quite a bit difficult on your side, especially that the ex coming in. It's okay if you're taking care of your husband, but if you're in your letter that the ex-wife was there, bring by his son, right, and he treat you like a helper, for me, you should stand where you should have a boundaries on what they're doing to you, because you're the wife now, even if that's your son-in-law, you need to tell him, look, I'm the wife of your father, I'm not a helper. I could take care of your father, but I could not take care of you and to your mother, so you should know that. And at the same time, about the Alzheimer's husband, you should have a wide patience, there's a movie, The Notebook, if you
Yes.
watch that, the wife, they're the love story, and they become old, both of them old, and the wife forgot. And what the husband did is, when he visited to the, what do you call that?
He used to visit to his wife.
Yeah, to his wife,
But he
who is
visited
in,
her
what do you
in
call
the
it,
role
orphanage?
of, no,
What
not
was
an
that?
orphanage. It was a care.
Yeah,
an
health
elderly.
care center.
Yes.
And what he did is he read a story about their love story. And the
But
wife.
he didn't tell her.
Yeah, he didn't tell her. And then do something like that. You just tell your husband. You were going. There are two women. There are two men, a husband and a wife, and they went to river. And they sit there and they holding hands. And then they watch the what do you call that? They watch the star. They watch the star. So who knows what that's what you're doing before. So try to let us made the stories to your husband that what you're doing before. Who knows? It will help him to remember you.
Yeah, but don't expect.
Don't expect, but try.
Keep your hopes high. And
Because
your
it happens in a movie.
expectations low.
It happens in a movie, so it means it could happen to you
Wow.
if your love and his love is real.
Okay.
That's my thought. And try to be, what do you call that? Extend your patience, and at the same time, don't let the ex-wife and the son treat badly to you. And make sure that whatever, what do you call that? Remember, maybe his wife come back there because of property, right?
Sure.
Could be, right?
Yes, and if they are there, you should make sure that your rights are not being abused there. Yes. So you have some work to do. As with always these problems, they're not easy ones. Maybe you need to find out what your legal rights
Go
are.
to attorney.
Because if the wife comes back again, and there is any kind of property settlement, in the event of, unfortunately, you have to face up to this, he's 88 years old.
Yeah, is it possible that, for example, the ex-wife let the husband sign up? Do you think it's valid?
A lot of things could happen, especially if the ex-wife has the witnesses of mother and son.
Yeah, so maybe they got an agenda on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you need to you need also to look on that Maybe that's the deepest problem that you're gonna have later on.
Yeah.
Okay, so but for now, take care of your husband, love your husband, no matter if he didn't remember you. But all you need to do, just tell your name. I am your wife. And if he didn't remember you, then smack him. Okay. Okay. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day and God bless.